Lily, I love Lily. You don't sleep, Lily. You always.
Lily doesn't sleep. She just comes to our webinars.
I love Lily. Thank you so much for showing up.
All right, everybody. Well, welcome to the Your Life Reimagined Summit. And I am Grace, and that is Hustle, Virginie Del Mar, and I'm Jennifer Grace, and we're here with our amazing conscious influencers tonight, and we have a lineup for the next 3 nights to give you everything we've got. And we just did this amazing grounding meditation right before we signed in with you all, and this is just all about you. You know, we are just sharing everything, our gifts and talents and tools to get you re-inspired, reignited, re-excited for this next chapter in your lives. And we know that everybody has been, thrown for a little bit of a loop with COVID, but it's also been an incredible time to reconnect to what is important, to the truth of who you are. And I think that when we get to stop and pause and really get clear on what it is that we want to create next, we get to step into a next level of just being unapologetic, of really just stepping into our true passion, our true purpose without any excuses, and just really being the truth of who we are. So my name is Jennifer Grace, and a lot of you probably already know me, but for those of that you don't, I am a Hay House author. I'm a transformational coach. I am partners in crime with Virginie Del Mar. We have the Conscious Institute, and we run different programs, one of them being the Conscious Influencers Academy. And the next 3 nights is all about our influencers and all these amazing women from around the world. Adriana is from Peru. We've got Venezuela in the house, and we've got Aruba, and just beautiful women from all walks of life from around the world that are coming together over the next 3 nights to just give you everything we got. So before we dive in, Virginie, if there's anything that you want to share, I would love to have you share with the world what you've got to say tonight.
I just want to say that we've really, really put our hearts in this event. We're thinking about you every single day, thinking how can we serve you, what can we give you, how can we support you to be everything you want to be. And it's really my pleasure and my honor to be able to be here with these amazing ladies that really, really freaking care so much about others. It makes me want to cry just saying that, because I know how much effort they put to be here, how much effort they put to create something just to give, just to serve, just to be here for you. So I really hope you enjoy. Try to stay to the end. I know it's long, but it's going to be amazing. We have been working very, very hard, and we're here, okay? So let's do this.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, so you may have shown up here tonight to this particular evening of the summit, which is all about either awakening to what your true life's purpose is, or to redefining, what your vision is and that next chapter and what it's going to look like. You may have shown here tonight because you feel like you're just like on the edge of your greatness. You know that there's something more, but you're not exactly sure what it is. And you may have shown up here because you are just so ready to take your passion and purpose and turn it into a rewarding profession where you get to do what you love and love what you do and create abundance doing it. So if any of that resonates with you, you're on the right plane. We're going to the right destination, and we have so much in store for you tonight. We have 5 presenters, all really here to help you awaken to your life's purpose or your next chapter. There's lots of gifts, and for everybody who took the time to show up here tonight and you didn't say, I'll watch the recording, we have a very, very special gift for you. When you come to the end, Virginie will be our last presenter, and she will be sharing an incredible opportunity for all of you, another free wonderful offer that is valued at $247 that you get for free when you stay with us for the entire summit this evening. So I'm going to start and then we'll get into everybody else, but I am super excited to share with you all a tool that I created actually when I was in the middle of teaching a course. And there I was just, thinking about what is it that, how can I really help people figure out what is their life purpose and vision and mission? And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I'm teaching this course and this download starts to come in and I literally start to hear something. And I am not a clairaudience, Janet is, but I'm not. And I'm like downloading this information and my workshop participants, they're just writing and they're doing some sort of exercise and I start hearing something. And so I start scribbling madly. And then when they were done with the exercise, I said, okay, guys, I don't know what's going on, but something powerful just came through. So I do the tool with them. There's 14 people in the room. It was a small, intimate group. And when I was done and we did this experience, everyone was like, okay, I am clear on what my life purpose is. There was a woman there that night who was 75 years old. And she said to me, Jennifer Grace, I have searched for 75 years as to what my true life's purpose is. And in the last 15 minutes doing this tool with you, I actually know what it is. So without further ado, I'm going to share with you something that I believe came from Spirit, just through me to really help you either awaken to your life's purpose, vision, mission, or to refine your life's purpose, vision, mission. So we're going to start with, on your piece of paper, what I want you to do is at the top of the paper, and this is important because we're going to go back at the end and circle certain things. So you're going to want to know which set of words go with which title. So everybody on a piece of paper, what I want you to write are, my most natural ways of being are. My most natural ways of being are. So now we have this list. I want you to choose 4 words that really describe you. I mean, think about yourself when you were a child. What did they say to you? When people talk about you, how did they refer to you? Like I always hear, oh my God, Jen, you're so funny. You're so enthusiastic. You have this contagious enthusiasm. Like that's the things that people say to me about me. So write down right now, what are your 4 most natural ways of being? And choose them from this list. And if there's other qualities on here that are not on this list, please feel free to add that. And if you feel like you might need extra time, just take your phone, take a photo of this, because I'm going to be kind of moving through this, and this way you have it on your phone as a photo. I'm going to give you about 1 minute to do this, maybe even less. So what are your most natural ways of being? Creative, powerful, joyful, funny, outgoing, inspirational, motivational, fun, enthusiastic, charismatic, energized, confident, intelligent, resourceful, wise, authentic, accountable, patient, humble, persistent, impeccable, self-aware, peaceful, intuitive, dynamic, trustworthy, optimistic, passionate, enrolling, honorable, or choose a quality that is not on this list. So hopefully by now you have chosen 4 words to write under my most natural ways of being are. So I'm going to turn the slide. If you need more time, just take a photo of this screen. Next, what are 4 roles that you currently play or want to play? So again, right at the top of the page, 4 roles that I currently play are or want to play. and choose 4 of these. Again, if there is a role that is not on this list, go ahead and add it. But here we have leader, creator, executive, supporter, community builder, manifester, teacher, consultant, guide, confidant, seeker, visionary, advisor, facilitator, trainer, influencer, collaborator, team builder, promoter. Okay. So 4 of these write down. Okay, we're going to move to the next slide. If you need a little bit more time, go ahead and take a photo of the screen. So what are the 4 talents that light you up the most? So we all are good at a lot of things, but there are some things that we're good at that we don't like to do. And then there's some things that we are good at that just light us up. We just feel enlivened and energized. So I want you to choose 4 talents that when you are doing these tasks, you are actually really, really lit up. And again, if there's something on this list that is not there that is a talent of yours, feel free to add it. So writing, organizing, accounting, speaking, managing, event planning, curation, directing, listening, mentoring, implementing, conflict resolution, connecting, business development, logistics, finance, technical expertise, project management, delegating, negotiating, strategic planning, research, critical thinking, or problem solving. So write down 4 of those. All right, great. So again, I'm going to be moving to the next slide. If you feel like you need a little extra time, just take a photo. Next, who do you want to serve? Choose 3. So there are so many people that we all want to serve. And I want you to know that as we are narrowing this down, we're actually going to create one life purpose, vision, mission statement, but you can create 5 of these. I have so many different vision, mission statements, and they really all are my life's purpose. So personally, I work with corporate executives, I work with teens, I work with seekers, I work with leaders, but right now we're just, for our purposes, we're narrowing it down. And again, you can do this so many different ways, so many different times. So go ahead and choose 3. Men, women, kids, underprivileged kids, people seeking adventure, people who've been abused, people in transition, people in recovery, animals, leaders, entrepreneurs, or maybe you just want to serve the world. So I'm going to go to the next slide. Go ahead and take a photograph if you need a little bit more time. So what are your 3 favorite fields of fascination? So a field of fascination is something that you can do all day, all night. You can read about this topic. You can watch movies about this topic. You can talk with your friends and colleagues about this topic until the cows come home. This is like you are so interested in this topic. We have so many different fields of fascination. And again, I'm just going to ask you to narrow it down to 3. So business, environment, philanthropy, relationships, personal development, travel, wellness, health, medicine, law, marketing, film, television, social media, technology, ecology, spirituality, entrepreneurship, transformation. And again, if there's a field on here that you love that is not on the list, please add it. It may be art, photography, dance. You know, there's so many different fields. It would be quite crazy to list them all. So go ahead and pick 3. All right, I'm going to move to the next slide. So go ahead and take a photo if you need a little bit more time. So now we're going to narrow it down, and I'm going to be a mini Cabrini. I'm going to really ask you to just go super, super niche with this. And remember, we can always go back and do multiple life purpose, vision, mission statements. But for now, we're just going to really focus in on one. So the first thing that I want you to do is look at the last thing that you wrote, right? Your 3 fields of fascination. And I want you to just circle one. Okay. I know it's really, really hard to pick. I know it's painful. But if you were on a deserted island and you could only choose one field of fascination, what would it be? All right, next, choose a group that you would want to serve in that field of fascination. So say your field of fascination was transformation. Which group would you want to serve in that field? Is it men? Is it women? Is it kids? So as it relates to that field of fascination, look at the people that you want to serve and choose one. And just circle that one group that you want to serve as it relates to that field of fascination. So next, I'm going to have you choose a role that you would want to play as it relates to that field of fascination, serving that communication, that community, right? So maybe it's the role of mentor in the field of transformation to serve teen girls. It could be that specific. Okay, so look at all the different roles that you are currently playing or want to play, and circle one role that you would love to play in that field of fascination, serving that specific group of people. Okay, so now we're going to choose 2 of your most natural ways of being that are going to support that role. So if the role is mentor for teen girls in the field of transformation, who do you get to be? Do you get to be dynamic and loving? Do you get to be honorable and charismatic? So choose 2 ways of being that are really going to supercharge that role when you're serving that community of people in that specific field of fascination. So go ahead and circle 2 ways of being that are going to really supercharge that role. Okay. So now the final is to choose 2 talents that you could use to serve this group of people. So if you were serving teen girls, right, in the field of transformation, what 2 talents would you really need? Would you need the talent of listening? Would you need the talent of coaching? Would you need the talent of healing? What are the 2 talents? Would it be problem solving? Would it be event planning? What would be the 2 talents that you can use to serve this group of people in that field of fascination? So go ahead and circle your 2 talents. All right, so for those of you born in the 1970s and maybe the 80s, I'm not so sure, you probably played a game called Mad Libs, and we're going to do something where we get to plug it all in now. Okay, so everything you circled, we're going to plug it in. But before I do that, I want to show you an example of what it's going to sound like after we do the plug-in. So the example could be, once we create our life purpose, vision, mission statement, is I am an inspirational and joyful creator who writes and produces creative content for women in the field of entrepreneurship. Or, I am an authentic and powerful leader whose talent is mentoring and coaching foster care kids in the field of personal development. So that's how it's going to sound. So now we're going to plug it in. So what I first want you to do is actually write this sentence down on a piece of paper. I am blank and blank blank, whose talent is blank and blank for blank in the field of blank. A lot of blanks. So go ahead and write this down, and then you're going to start plugging it in. I am, you're going to put in your two most natural ways of being. Like, I am a charismatic and loving. I'm a patient and inspirational. I am a creative and joyful, right? So those are your two ways of being that you will plug in first. Then you'll put that role in: mentor, guide, leader, facilitator. And then you'll plug in the next two blanks, whose talent is blank and blank, whose talent is mentoring and speaking, whose talent is event planning and creative problem solving. 4, and then you're going to put in the people who you want to serve: men, women, kids, people in recovery, whoever it is, in the field of blank: transformation, healing, business, entrepreneurship. So I'm going to give you a minute to do this. And then as soon as you're done, what I'd like you to do is actually type into the chat room your life, purpose, vision, mission statement. So this way I can see what everybody's up to. Yes, you can share right there, Maria. And when you share, make sure you share to all panelists and attendees so that we can all declare. You know, there is something so powerful about declaring your life, purpose, vision, mission statement. When we keep things inside of our heads, no one's looking if we do them or not. But if we declare them and we share them, it's out there. It's out there in the world. All right, we've got some coming in. I am a joyful and funny teacher whose talent is mentoring kids in the field of spirituality. Great. Jessica! I love when I see somebody. I miss you. No? You can hear me now? Yep. Okay, great. I'm a passionate and energetic facilitator who mentors and connects women in the field of transformation. I'm an honest and loving mentor who mentors and problem solves for abused women in the field of spirituality. I am a powerful and self-aware consultant who problem solves and mentors for people in transition in the field of transformation. These are so awesome. I'm a self-aware and intuitive leader whose talent is coaching and writing for women in recovery in the field of transformation. We have a lot of vibe attracting the tribe here tonight, guys. This is amazing. I'm a powerful and confident leader whose talent is speaking and connecting for people in recovery in the field of spirituality. I think we should like all come together, start like a compound retreat center, have tiny houses everywhere, and heal the world. Hello? Like, everybody here is up to the same amazing stuff. This is incredible. I'm a charismatic and inspiring wellness coach whose talent is speaking and leading workshops for Black and brown millennial creative entrepreneurs in the field of transformation and self-fulfillment. Yes, Crystal, you go, girl. I'm a creative and intuitive creator whose talent is problem solving and organizing for creatives in the field of creativity. Yes, Linda, I love the creativeness. This is amazing, guys. Oh my God. All right, I'm going to read two more. Adrian, I'm an honest and, oh gosh, giving leader who's talented in coaching families in the field of transformation. Incredible. Marissa, I'm a loyal, they're coming so fast. I'm a joyful and creative collaborator whose talent is teaching and guiding kids in the field of spirituality. I'm going to read one more. I am a joyful and energetic trainer whose talent is motivating and empowering people with low self-esteem in the field of health and life. Fabulous. You guys, this is amazing. So
Jen, I think something's happening, right? You guys can hear me? Yes? Okay. So let's see, maybe she went offline, which could be something, but I'm freaking proud of all of you. This is beautiful, amazing. So I'm gonna read two more until Jen's come back. And so Martina is, I'm a creative and persistent leader whose talent is researching and managing for the world in the field of translational medicine. Wow, that's amazing, Martina. And an inspiration and charismatic mentor whose talent is problem solving and development woman in the field of wellness. Beautiful. I'm so excited you all like found, Jen is amazing and leading this. And sometimes I do this over and over. And by the way, guys, I do this all the time. So if you have done this before, it's fine because you may have a couple of them. So sometimes, if you're working with kids or teens, and sometimes you're working with their parents, and sometimes like it's fine to have more than one. So definitely make sure that you take pictures of this. We're gonna be sending the recording anyway, so you can go back and listen to this and keep working at that. If you feel like it's not perfect and I'm not sure, or everybody looks so good but mine is weird, don't worry about
hi,
it.
guys.
Welcome. I took over.
Thank you. I think my computer just went, I don't know, the internet just went out. We're back. Yay.
No, I was just saying how amazing this is, that I do it all the time, and how they can have different of them, right? Like we talk about this. Like, don't worry about not being perfect, because you can keep doing it and doing it. And this is a great exercise that I love to have there, and I do it every 3 months just to make sure I'm in the right path. So
amazing. Thank you. Thank you, my darling. All right, guys. So I want to end with a little special gift for all of you. And it's an opportunity to do a little time travel into the future. And so I'm going to put the link to the gift right now. And it is my acclaimed future self meditation. And it's a place where you can really see who you are 20 years from now, that you have stepped into your purpose and your passion, that you can actually visualize all the abundance that you've created, all the love that you've given, and how you've served over the years. So it's one of my favorite meditations, and it comes from the Clarity Catalyst that I teach. So I'm going to put this in the link right now, future self. And then I'd love all of you to click on that right now and just receive that gift from me. So hopefully you can click on it. If not, maybe if I should do HTTP, maybe that'll work better.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we're going to be sending this again tomorrow on an email, just in case. So don't fret. We got you. We're going to be sending this again, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll send the replay of this, and we'll also send this again. Future self. Boom, there it is. Now you can click on it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, guys. So I hope that you enjoyed creating this vision mission statement. I certainly really enjoyed sharing it with all of you. And now I'm going to introduce our next presenter, who is a very dear friend of mine, as well as a colleague. And we get to be each other's students and mentors, and it's really such a beautiful, beautiful relationship. And that is, of course, Janet Namaste. And she is a celebrity intuitive coach. She's going to give you a very powerful experience tonight of how to align with the fifth dimension frequency so that you can begin really manifesting into this new reality. And so without further ado, Janet, if you could start sharing your screen right now, that would be great. Welcome to Creating Miracles in the New 5D Fifth Dimension World. Janet, I'll hand it over to you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was an amazing exercise, and it's an honor to be with everyone tonight. My statement is, I am also a creative and passionate leader whose talent is successfully bringing out the divine purpose of everyone in the world. I didn't realize that, in the field of spirituality and healing. So it's an honor to be doing this with you all tonight. So welcome, everyone. So for those of you that don't know me, Jen already introduced me, but I am the four Claires as well. I'm clairvoyant, claircognizant, clairaudient, and clairsentient. So I can see, hear, feel, and spirit. But I do have a background in education and computer science. So it's this whole balance of left brain and right brain. And this actually is a great segue into what the 3D world that we experienced in the 1970s and 80s, and how we transitioned into the 5D world. And I'm going to explain everything in a moment. So what we're going to do today, this is the abridged version of what I do once a year in January, where I do a vision quest. And we go very deep and we remove false beliefs so we can be a tabula rasa of how to basically be a master manifester of utilizing the universe's energy at the time. So it's this beautiful camaraderie of us and the universe. And what we're going to do today is we're going to journey through the new reality, the post-COVID, or the new reality of what's happening now, and of how to navigate through the months and activating yourself during the 5D world. And this is what we're going to do. I may go a little bit quick when it comes down to crystals and colors and planets and numerological stuff, but I will be having workshops that I'm going to be doing with Jen and solo and other things that we can always expand on. And we're also going to learn how to discover how to align yourself on your destined path. And that is part of my free gift to you. It's going to be a meditation at the end that, if you listen to it, you'll be able to really decipher whether or not you're on the right path of your destiny, and how it feels like when you're not, when there's certain obstacles that are in your way. So let's do this. 2020, okay? This is really a reset. It's a realignment, Guys, this is time for us to step out of our comfort zone. We are in the 20s, okay? I don't even know about the roaring 20s. This is like, wake up, get out of your comfort zone, 20s. It's no more of, we got out of the teens, like we're not teenagers anymore. We're now going into adulthood. So are you guys ready? Is everyone here ready to finally take the leap so you could finally live in alignment with your greatest potential? If so, type in the chat box. Yes, 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 yes. Let's do this. If not now, then when? Then when? Awesome. Yes. So what does it mean, 5D reality? What is this whole, is it like woo-woo? I'm a normal person just like you and me and all of us here, but each of us came here with a unique set of gifts, okay? I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a friend, I'm a mentor. We wear many hats. Now, 3D, I'll explain what 3D is because it's important that we understand this. 3D was the time in which I'm a 1970s baby, okay? 1970s, 1980s. 3D is when thoughts don't become reality right away. The time went by a little bit slower in the 70s and 80s, and even in the early 90s during like Nirvana and, Pearl Jam, that kind of that music era, different music, different sound. It actually activates certain memories in the dimensions. So the 3D is when we have a thought and it takes quite a journey to get there. Summers felt so long. School days seemed so long until things actually became and manifested into reality. 4D was the actual, like, it's the caboose, it's the train, it's the journey getting there. And 5D, we entered in January of 2020. And this is where thoughts become reality immediately. Immediately. So it's so important that we become cognizant of the thoughts that we, that we are actually putting in our mindset and saying, is this real? Or is this a fear thought? Or is this something that I just completely made up? Or is this really real? Because that's why there's instant manifestation. So we have to be very, very, it's very important that we clear up these thoughts. The energy of 2020, numerologically, if you add it up, it's the energy of number 4. 4 is maturity. 4 is the energy of the heart chakra, which is all about self-love. When people, and right away, when you look in someone's eyes, if you can hear their voice, you can feel their energy, if they're speaking from the heart, from the soul, or if they're just acting. You can tell immediately. 2020 is a year in which we needed to remove the facade, where the veil of illusion is completely lifted off. And it was definitely a wake-up call, don't you think? It was definitely a wake-up call. And it was like, for a moment, we got frightened and we're like, oh my God, I thought I had a plan. I thought I had a measurable results action plan. I thought this is the way what was going to happen in 2020. What is going on here? Well, when there's a collective energy of negativity and doubt, sometimes that weighs more. Like, everything is energy around us. So if it takes one person actually that can actually be the catalyst of change when you are on your authentic path of truth. So 2020 is a year in which we go into the energy of this cohesive blend of this marriage of our free will, which is always there, and destiny. And in my destiny sessions, what I do, you can learn more about that on my site. We learn about what is your true path and what is your choice, your free will. This year is a year, 2020, of this balance, this beautiful dance of free will and destiny. So I'd love if, Jen, if you can please type in, this is a meditation. I want you guys we're not going to do 3 time minutes, but I want you guys right now to tune in to all of the false beliefs. Write them down. The reason why that I want you to write this down is because this fear-based mentality, when we're born, we have all these paths that we could go to. They're right doors that were given to us according to our karmic destiny. And those are our blessings of our life. It's exams. It could be the biggest exam and the karmic door, all these things, and our free will. Our left doors, like if you could think of it, a corridor, are our fear-based things. So this meditation that Jen is going to actually put in, it's on my YouTube. You can do this at the privacy. You could do it this evening. You could do it whenever you want. It's just like it's a reset that removes false beliefs. But I just want to, and I'm going to just look at my timer. I just want you to take a minute. I'll give you to write down all of your limiting beliefs and these fears that are inside of you. And if you think, well, if I write it down, it's going to manifest. Oh, no, it isn't. If you keep it inside of you and you are not going to transmute it, because energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but you as a master manifester, you as this catalyst of change, you can transmute it. But in order to transmute it, you have to see it there in black and white, or in purple and white. Write them down. Write the things that you were most afraid of. And we're going to go in order to be able to go and start manifesting, we need to write it down. So write that down right now. I'm going to give you a few moments. And I wish I had the Jeopardy music also. And I want you to continue writing this, especially in the morning. And you could even write in different, you could even compartmentalize, like, let's say you're 70 years old. You could say from 70 to 65, these were my fears, or these may be your fears. And then you could go back, you know, and you'll be able to go in them, and you're going to realize that they no longer will serve you. A lot of these fears will never come into full manifestation. You know, it's some things that it's just an obstacle. It's part of our ego. They come out as these soldiers, and they're like, I got your back. Don't worry about it. So you can stop writing now. And how are you going to begin manifesting 2020? 2020, like right now, we're in the midpoint. How crazy. That's why I'm saying 5D, everything goes by so quickly. We think and all of a sudden it happens. We are already entering June. Today is May 27th. It is an energy of a number 9. And this is great that we're writing down the fears, because, and it's letting go of what no longer serves us anymore. Number 9, and the energy of 27 is it's the energy of the guru, and it's also of graduation and of letting go. So tomorrow, when you're going to begin something different, the 28th, you're going to have a different panelists that are going to teach you about other things. You're going to be doing this in a brand new slate. You're not the same person you were yesterday. So 2020 is all about trust and really truly trusting your divine path. It's important for you to be around people, a community of like-minded individuals, what Jen mentioned before, people that, like, your vibe attracts your tribe. But it's when we remove the facade, you'll understand that things are going to start happening in synchronicity. So this, you know, every month has a different mantra, a different feeling. And I'm actually going to have these things where I'm going to have an energy of the month, but we're going to go through it because you came on tonight. You guys get a sneak peek of every single month and how it's going to, how you're going to be influenced by it. It's not just, you know, it's everybody. So we're going to go by, and very quickly, the energy of May, it's a number 5 month. It's ruled by Mercury. And although we're ending it, and you know, it's already the end of it, it's the energy of communication and living your truth, okay? And there's a full moon of Scorpio, which we had May 7th, and the energy is about courage. So the affirmation, I just want you to write down the bottom line, okay? The bottom line is, I feel blank. You could fill in your own blank. Now that it's about stepping out of your comfort zone. May it's Vata energy, it's wind energy. We just entered Gemini, it's woo, lots of Mercury energy in the air. Like, thoughts become reality very quickly. So it's important that we ground down. This is the energy of May. Our vision, you know, like, it's the end of May, but you know what? It's good to go back and to kind of like absorb it all. Entering June, wow, hello, reset, you know. June is the number 6 month. It is the energy of the balance of the yin and the yang. It's when the beauty of your intuition comes out, when your inner beauty comes out. And this is all about, look at the affirmation below. I feel blank now that and insert the truth that you've been seeking and that you're going to manifest into reality. This is all Mad Libs, guys. We're definitely a theme. Definitely a theme. So, and the energy of June is one in which we're tuning into our third eye, our 6th chakra, our intuitive ability. And it's about seeing and honoring the beauty that we are inside, and of seeing not only with our inner beauty, but of our inner vision, okay? And what is our real truth? Okay, now that the facade is down, so it's going to be this balancing in the month of June. Going into the energy of July, okay? July is a number 7 month, and numerologically, you're connected to the energy of Neptune. And Neptune is such a dreamy planet. It could be like a dream come true, or like completely feeling like a fog, you know? And in the month of July, what you're going to tap into, we're going into the 7th chakra. This is about blessings, you know, the divine blessing. So your affirmation is going to be, I feel blank. I just filled in blessed, but you can write whatever you want. It's about divine connection. That's the theme. now that I am, and insert the emotional shadow that needs to be processed. This is a little bit so you can embrace the blessings that you have within. So for instance, the shadow of my, like one of my shadows or whatever it is could be of it could be an Achilles heel of me trying to like be overbearing with my family to try to protect them of things that are out of control. So I'm going to write, I feel blessed now that I have surrendered to the divine path and I am co-creating with the universe and my family is safe and I feel blessed. It could be a run-on sentence. So this is the month of July. It's idealistic, it's dreamy, and it's a very like floaty month, okay? But we clear out old emotional debris. But this is what we're going to be doing throughout this entire summit. So you can actually step into your divine path with really just amazing women. The month of August is a very powerful month. And this is all about the energy of power, infinite strength, okay? And we'll learn about numerology on a separate note, but your affirmation is about power. I feel powerful now that you know your truth inside. Now that you've like completely transformed the shadow aspect, now you're ready to step into your power in August. Think of the number 8, infinite power, and insert that the goal that you're going to accomplish by not just with yourself, but by serving others. You know, what Dr. Wayne Dyer says, don't, one second. Oh, I thought they only see you not. Okay, got it. So now, Dr. Wayne Dyer says, don't die with the music inside of you. In August, it is important that you share your gift with others, whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be everything, but definitely whatever it is that you intended to do in 2020, step out of that comfort zone. So feel that power within, even if it is sending out an email or communicating or forgiving or accepting. Give yourself the accolade by stepping out and sharing with others. Next, the month of September. September is about letting go. And the energy of your affirmation is all about liberation. It's about, your birth month. My son, my daughter, my husband, my parents' anniversary. I have a lot of Libra and Virgo babies, and I have a lot of Leo and Cappies that I'm surrounded with. September is all about liberation, about letting go. I feel liberated now that I am, and fill in the blank. Liberation. Fill in the blank. October. October is the 10th month. And this is where we get to go back in October. We're like, I can't believe it's already October. It's already almost Halloween. It's fall. Oh my God. We actually go back to our actual January 1st of what we thought our New Year's resolution was. So we get to go back to that and we get a reset. So October's affirmation, I feel secure now, because it's a leadership one. It's that I'm able to, and insert your actual fundamental goal that you wanted to do from January 1st, that you kind of in your mind, whether you said it out loud, that now you get to fine tune it, you get to reset it, and you may have gone a different route, which that's what happened to all of us, because it was 5D reality. It was like a lot of thoughts of like, oh my God, what if I don't have enough time? And then all of a sudden, we all became isolated. We were all quarantined. Now you think you have time? I'm busier than I ever was before in my life. So this is important that we fine tune that. Now we go into the month of November. November is a very spiritual month, okay? And it's also watery month. We go into like Scorpio, we go into Sagittarius, this is not, astrological. I'm not an astrologer, but it's about accomplishment. It's about reuniting with the soulmate that is inside of you and really giving accolades to yourself of who you actually are. you know, and knowing that you are your own soulmate. You are what you've been seeking. So this is such an accomplishment. And your affirmation will be, I feel accomplished now. And I want you to type in, well, not type in, write down the goal of acknowledging your spiritual and emotional growth. Because when you acknowledge the soulmate inside of you, knowing that you have not to look outside of yourself, you have all the answers within. It's such an accomplishment. It's such a feeling of like, I did it. And it's important that you write down the goal that of, and really like pat yourself on the shoulder. You did it, girl. You did it. It's important that we clap for ourselves and we clap for others. We're in this together. We're here to rise up with, you know, with each other. And the month of December, which is my birth month, and my comrade, Miss Jennifer Grace, we are both Cappies, and this is our birth month. And this is the last month, right? It's the 12th. And if you add up 12, this is the energy of the inner child. It adds up to number 3, if we're granular. 1 + 2 is 3. And this is all about having fun. You feel elated. It's the holidays. We could let our hair down. We could feel loose. We could feel great. We could feel that, wow, I've actually accomplished so much, you know? So I feel elated. You know, now that I want you to insert in that Mad Libs little like blank space, the goal that is the best version of yourself. Because in 5D reality, you are creating it. Even though we are now in May 27th, you are creating December 31st of what you're accomplishing. That's my birthday, by the way. But you're accomplishing it by doing it right now. December is all about trust, about unity, about success. It's all about spirituality and loyalty. So, and acceptance. So that is our affirmations. This is how we can create in the 5D. But make sure that you do, when you have time, that beautiful meditation of removing false beliefs. And then you could go ahead and you could fill in the blanks again. Like Jenny mentioned that she likes to do like every 3 months, Jen's exercise. She loves to do that. After the meditation, do it again, do this again, and you'll see that it'll be a different version, but it's still, it comes from you and it's authentic. So for everyone, thank you for listening. Thank you for being here, for holding space, with your open hearts, and for your free gift. By all means, this is something that I do something called Destiny Sessions. And for your free gift, I'm actually doing a free meditation. And please download it. Please download it and you'll be able to know whether or not you're on the right path and not on the right path, how to get unstuck. And feel free to email me. I get back to everyone despite my insane schedule. We always connect. We're all human. And January something, this is just, we're doing for Maria, your question, by the way, this is the 5D from this moment on to actually December. We're going to learn about numerology in a different day. But thank you so much, everyone. And I'm going to stop my share, and namaste, everyone.
Thank you, Jen. That was amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. And if you look in the chat, you guys can see Janet's gift. And, you know, I love to have my amazing influencers get feedback. So if everybody could just shout out, like, what was your favorite part of Janet's presentation, or what was your nugget? What was your takeaway? Anything that you want to share? Give her some love. I think it's so great to acknowledge people when they give and give and give. And Janet is such a giver. So thank you so much, Janet. That was amazing. And I just keep learning from you every single time we work together. So I love you.
I love you.
How are you? I'm so proud of you. I took like 5 pages of notes. Like,
I know.
And I work with you. It's just like Jennifer said, keep learning and learning, and you're like amazing. I'm blown away by you. Thank you so much for sharing your gift with all of us.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel the same way. Thank you.
So now, and person.
All right. So now we have the beautiful Adriana Reon coming in live from Miami by way of Peru. And she is going to, has anybody heard of the human design system? Because it is something that Adriana has recently introduced to me. And she did my human design chart. And I was like, how does this chart know exactly who I am? It blew me away.
Wait.
So,
I won. What's going on?
sorry. She likes me better than she likes you.
No.
I'm the bad cop in the relationship here, so I know. No, I'm kidding.
No,
Where's
no.
your going, by the way?
We will get your chart done, right, Adriana? We're going to do
Yes,
chart.
yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Amazing.
Well, hello, everybody.
Wait,
And
stop. Let me introduce you properly, my darling, because you are an incredible spirit, and I just want to speak about you. First of all, you know, all of these women first were my students and then became my colleagues. And I love to, work with people in the beginning and bring them up, and then they're next to me, shining. And Adriana and I went through an incredible, I think it was almost like 3 different 8-week sessions of doing something called the healing journey. And we got to really co-create together. And I've just watched you blossom over the last few years. And you're just such an amazing gift to this world. You're always stepping up. You're always, sharing all of your incredible shamanic tools and Reiki practices, and now the human design. And I'm just so grateful to have you in my life. Tonight, she's going to be sharing all about the human design, but she is the owner of the Healing House, which is an incredible, beautiful place in Coral Gables that she created for her community that has obviously been on the DL during COVID, but we know that it's going to be opening back up soon. And tonight, she's just going to be sharing with those of you that know about the human design and have never heard about it, just more about it, and then going to give you a great opportunity to dive in deeper, get your own chart done. And so, Adriana, take it away.
thank you so much, Jen. Thank you, and welcome everybody. Well, so I guess she gave you all of my information already. Yes, I want to talk to you about human design today. And the reason why, and I'm fascinated about it, is because it changed my life. I've been always very interested in energy. I work with energy. I'm a Reiki master, and I work with chakras. And I, the past few years, I was very, very thrown by astrology and the natal chart and all of that information, which is amazing. And I love, until I came across human design. Human design is the new science of astrology. And to me, it just clicked. It just helped me so much with my children at home, with myself, learning about myself. I actually was able to learn, I'm sorry, let me just go back here, learn about who I really am. And it took my relationship with my children and my husband to a different level. I was able to understand how we are actually built and how I can have a better relationship with my daughters. So what is human design? Human design is pretty much a combination of the I Ching, astrology, Kabbalah, the chakra system, and the quantum system. Let me show you in this picture a little bit of the Kabbalah of human design. I try to make it clear for you. It's just all of this information that we all believe on put together. So every part of our physical body, our emotions, and astrological energies put together make us one design. So we all have our own our single design. For example, if you see on the picture how the planets have a major impact into the way we are designed, is how at the time we were born, we were maybe in the first house or second house, or Mercury or Venus was at the same time as you were being designed or being actually physically born. It all has something to do with your design. Same as the I Ching, you see all the on the outer side, all of those gates are 64 gates, which is just they each one of those gates have a role in our system in terms of energy. And if you're familiar with your chakras, you can see inside of the system all of our chakras, and some of them you see them colored. There are some gates that are full of energy. There are some gates that are open to receive energy. So pretty much that is a simple way of seeing how human design is created, the combination that the creation of all of those informationals together. So in this picture, you're going to see a body graph, which is a human design chart, like a map of your design. When you go on any website, or if you come to me, and by you giving me your date of birth and the time of birth, I will be able to give you your map, your design, your chart. That's how you get. It's very important that you know the exact time of birth, because that will give you a precise, detailed information of who you really are. In this picture, I separated the two ways that human design is created. We have the, and by the way, when you see this, you may be like, this is just way too much information for me. What is this? I'm never going to be able to read. You don't have to. You don't have to. This is for somebody that wants to go deep in detail into every single gate and what the connection is. You really don't need to know unless you want to really, like me, get certified and go deep and do readings, like if you were to do a natal chart reading. But I just wanted to give you an example that what it actually means when you see this type of picture, when you get your design chart, if you get it from me or from anybody. So our bodies are made in two different ways, our conscious side and our unconscious side. All of the white lines that you see on your design are gates that are open, meaning they're gates full of openness for energy. When you go and meet somebody and you are going to have a conversation, you have feelings. There's a combination of energy. There's entering, leaving, and you feel in peace, or you feel like you have some type of rejection to the person that you're talking to. Is because of the gates that are open and that are closed. When you see the red colors on the left, that is your design. We were all designed way before we physically were born. We're designed 89 days before we are actually born. So that's when our magic starts happening, our gifts, the ones that we don't see. There's everything that you see in red when you see your chart. Those are our unconscious gifts. And it's very powerful when we put these two pictures together. That's how you will get it. You're going to see red lines and black lines. The black lines and the red lines are already energies that are set into your system. They're not open to receive and give. So anyways, this is just a little bit of an idea of what you will normally receive, but you don't have to worry about that. The easier way to read human design is with the two tools that they're giving us, which is our strategy and our authority. So we all have strategies on the way we make decisions. We all have authorities, meaning what in your chakra system, what if in your design is the strength that you have into when you make decisions. Let's say I am an emotional authority person. So I make decisions through my emotions. So after learning that, I realized that I have to be very careful, because let's say somebody invites me to a party, and at the moment that they invite me, I am super excited and I say, yes, I want to go. But I let my emotions say yes. But in reality, it wasn't probably meant for me. And then 2-3 days go by, and it's time to go, and something tells me no. But I already commit myself. So I feel forced to be at the party. And then when I go to the party, just shit happens, thing happens. And I just didn't, I should have controlled my emotions into when I can say yes or no to certain situations. The same way goes when you buy a house, or when you're about to be, when you're going to have a partner in a business, anything in your life, you have to be careful with the type of being that I am, my design. Some people have a sacral authority, which means they have to follow their gut. They know. Some people are using their G, they know, they're psychic. There's different ways into how to visualize and move forward into your life when you know your strategy and your authority. So to make it a little bit more simple, there are 5 types of strategies, and this is a little bit explanation of how we are divided in this whole world. We are generators, protectors, manifestor generators, and reflectors. So as you can see on the right, you're gonna see the amount of people. They say, I am a projector. I'm 21% of the plurality. Generators are 35, manifestor generators are 35%, and manifestors only are 8%. This is just a little bit of a chart. This will change because as we go on, things are changing. Like there's projectors now, like growing really fast. For all of you that you get your chart and say you are a generator. Generators are the all-going machines. They just don't stop. Generators are people that are here to respond. Their focus onto knowing themselves, and their response and process fulfills them. They're people that have so much energy. You can never stop them. They can go on and go on and go on. But if you were to get in your chart that you are a generator, there's also a profile that's going to go with it. So you cannot just say, oh, all generators are the same. Everybody's different. You're going to have a profile 2-4 or 1-6, and that will give you a little bit more of a detail of who you are and what type of generator you are. But this is a great way to start knowing whether you are a manifestor, a generator, or a projector. In my life, I have to say I am a projector, which I'm going to talk about it in a little bit, and my daughters are manifestors. And after learning their design and learning my design, I was able to understand them more. I was able to wait for an invitation when it came to give them opportunities, or to let them do things that they really want. Them as manifestors will attract all of my energy. I have my sacral open, so I tend to project into people. And my daughters really, really, really made an impact on me when I was learning about human design. So this is a generator picture. So there's strategy. Like I said before, you're going to have a strategy is to respond. And for all of your generators, your strategy is to respond. You always have to think about what you're going to say. Your signature is satisfaction. You're not selfish frustration. All generators get frustrated for everything. They just can't handle not being themselves or being around people that really affect them. Next is manifestors. Manifestors are here to initiate. Manifestors are the people that started this whole world, and their focus should be on their impact in us. Like my daughters, as I was saying before, manifestors make 9% of the population, and like I said, they're here to inform. Their aura is close and repelling, and their signature is peace. All they're looking for is peace. So for all of you manifestors, I understand you very well, and it's really, really interesting to know who you are. The reason why is because we are used to having our parents teach us who we're supposed to be, how we're supposed to be. So we grow up in a way that we think we need to be just like them. We need to do things this way. If in our household, our parents and each other, we will understand that every one of us have our own design. We will let people be, we will let our parents understand us, and we will also understand each other in a much, much greater way, in a better way. It really helped me a lot. Next is projectors. We're here to guide. We're here to guide and focus in knowing how we can use all of the energy around us. We attract so much energy, and we project into people. We feel as soon as somebody gets close to us, we know how they're feeling because our sacral is open. So when you get in front of somebody, if you're a projector like me, it's hard. It's hard. Being a projector is not easy. Being a projector is draining. We need to sleep a lot. We need to rest, because we're not as generators that they're always full of energy and they're ready to go all the time, or manifestor generators. We're here to guide, to help, but unfortunately, we cannot see ourselves. So we need people in order for us to see ourselves. I love being a projector, but it's a bit challenging when it comes time to energy. It's really tough, because you feel it too much, and sometimes it can totally get to you and drain you. So this is a picture. As you can see, this is very similar to my chart. My sacral is open, which is the one in the middle, and all of the other gates are full of energy. But the one that attracts most of the energy is your sacral. That's where everything comes in from. So we're very absorbent of energy, but very focused, because whenever we come across somebody, we'll just concentrate on how they're feeling, and then you start feeling like if that's your feeling, you get confused. So after learning human design, I said, now I understand why I would be in a place and I would totally feel the way that this person was feeling, and I thought it was me, and it wasn't me, it was them. I was just projecting. So from now on, I control my emotions. I understand it's not me, and I live a better life. And the last type is the reflector. The reflectors are a very small percentage. 1% of the whole world are reflectors, and they're completely open. They work around the moon cycles. It takes them a whole month to make decisions. They attract so much energy. All gates are open. They're very gifted, very, very gifted, but they need to take their time in terms of what they do, how they do it. They cannot make decisions immediately. It takes them literally 60, 30 days, a whole moon cycle, in order for them to function and feel comfortable with their decisions. So as you see, all of the gates are open. They might be sometimes in between one gate and another. They might be some energy fields that are set, but they don't connect. There's nothing connected in between in a reflector. So let me see. So now, to pretty much give you a roundout about human design, once you receive a chart and you get your design, as I did in the first time that I actually did it, you're gonna get, I am a generator and I am profile 2-4. Don't worry so much about the technical words, just read your reading, learn about your strategy. Use your strategy when you go out and make decisions. Use your strategy and your authority whenever you feel like you shouldn't go to certain places, or how to make your life better in every way. And then if you're more interested in getting a little bit deeper, then you can go as of what happens when a generator in, let's say, Mercury time, or let's say the whatever this full moon that's coming up, how are they going to react, or how, what, it's like the same thing as the astrology reading. And then you can learn little by little about your next step and how to move forward. But it's really interesting to get to know a little bit more of your design. And there's so many things to learn from it, even diets. I've learned with this past few months that some people, just because you are the same age as as your friends or your family members, and you try to do as many diets as you want, you don't lose weight. And then after learning about human design, because of your design, there is some gates of energy in your body that not every single diet that you tried is going to work on you. It's really, really interesting to go deeper into your true self. And I am here to help you and guide you. And I created an amazing chart, an easy chart that if you want to, let's say you find out your neighbor or your best friend or your boyfriend is a manifestor, you can just go and look and say, oh, so they are like that, and their type is this, and their strategy is this, and their emotions are this. So I will be sending you for free a PDF with a chart that is going to be there handy for you whenever you need it. So whenever you meet somebody that they know about human design, you can relate to. And then if you want to go deeper, then I can send you also your chart, which is your map. And you can go farther than that, and then we can go way deeper into more details about human design that has made an impact in my life. And I'm sure it will into yours as well. It's fascinating when you really get into it. And I hope that I've helped, if I could, a lot of people today and my loved ones. And I'm gonna be sending you, Virginie, your chart. So
Please, you need to send my charts now. I took 1,000 notes and I want to know who, like,
yes,
You're definitely a generator. I'll tell you that right now.
she definitely is. And you're a manifestor.
I have an idea, but I want to make sure.
Well, I will definitely do that.
Yes. So if you want to find out what you are, download Adriana's gift. And then she's also, I think, going to be opening up, sending people their charts and really gifting people with finding out who they are. So definitely click on that gift with her. And Adriana, thank you so much for this amazing information.
Thank you.
And I love you.
I love you more. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
So good. I love it.
Thank you.
Great. And you could just stop sharing your screen. And I am so excited for what's up next. So Kelly is part of my Clarity Catalyst tribe leader team. And she is just like my right-hand woman. And I don't know what I would do without you, Kelly. And I love you.
Thank you, Jen.
I'm so excited for you to share, this next amazing mini masterclass with everybody, because I feel like we all made our vision boards for 2020. And then, a month in, it all just was like, what? So Kelly was like, we got to reinvent the 2020 vision board. So also, as I am introducing Kelly, if everybody just wants to give a shout out to Adriana and let her know what your favorite part of this presentation was, that would be amazing. Give her some love, give her some shout outs. But right now we're going to dive in to the 2020 Vision Board Do-Over. And Kelly Carter, who's an incredible transformational trainer, she's a speaker, she's one of my Catalyst coaches. She's going to give you a very fresh look into what's next in your 2020 Remix Vision Board. And Kelly is just, she's freeballing tonight. She has no slides. She's just going to give you the best she's got. So don't freak out if you don't see the slide. She is just going to coach you right now into what is next for 2020. So take it away, Cal.
Well, hey, everybody. Greetings and salutations. I am just absolutely tickled to be here. I am the manifestologist, Kelly Carter. I am a certified Clarity Catalyst coach, a speaker, a trainer, like Jen said, an entrepreneur. I specialize in mindfulness and emotional intelligence, and I love to help people catalyze their vision and manifest their dreams. So that's what I'm here to do the same for you tonight. Let's see. Well, some of you may have shown up today because you had some grand designs on what your 2020 was going to look like, right? And now you just aren't quite sure which direction you want to go or how to get there. Or maybe you've been struggling with everything that's come along with this pandemic, like quarantines, furloughs, remote schooling, feeling isolated, financial woes, maybe some loss, and or maybe even some depression. You might feel like you've become a victim to the new normal and you lack the luster that you had coming into the new year. And I want you to know that I get it. You are absolutely in the right place, because I too have dealt with a lot of that myself. I mean, many of us have. So on January 31st of this year, I moved in with my boyfriend of 7 years, along with his two sons who are 10 and 11, for whom he shares partial custody. So yay for moving. Selling things and cleaning things and finding places for everything, boxes everywhere. There's still boxes everywhere. I'm glad you guys see this view because I can see a couple of boxes I still had to put away. All while keeping up with work and relationships and priorities. My boyfriend is an entrepreneur. He's running 3 businesses, and come mid-March, all 3 of his businesses completely shut down. One of my very lucrative side businesses came to a screeching halt. And unfortunately, that was the fate that befell many of us. However, not to be outdone, I also almost burned the house down by leaving a pot on the stove for too long. It was a fun start to the year. So now comes the 3rd week in March, and the world does a complete about face. The schools are closed, and there's talk about like remote schooling. So now we get to manage everything that we'd already been juggling, along with becoming 4th and 5th grade teachers. Oh, and of course, what to do for spring break, how to entertain the kids. So our oldest is prone to anxiety, and remote schooling has proven to be our greatest challenge yet. School is out this week, so I'm excited. It's also been our biggest opportunity for growth. So every day has been fraught with frustrations and literal meltdowns from one, if not both children. So it's daily coaching sessions with my boyfriend, and that doesn't even include the daily dramas that come up in our lives. Everybody gets the dramas that pop up. So the tools that I have learned, though, from the Stanford University Master's Class and CIJ Clarity Catalyst, which I'm now certified to teach others, have been absolutely instrumental in moving forward through all of those obstacles and uncertainty that the world keeps seeming to rain down on the planet right now. If it weren't for the practical mindfulness and emotional intelligence tools that the course supported me in expanding, I would have probably gone out of my mind. Have there been some days that weren't perfect? By all means. There are some days that I just needed to have a good cry in the shower. I mean, I felt like I've lost the get up and go. I felt like I'm a complete failure at this, especially when it comes to schooling. And then my dreams could be so far away that I shouldn't even be considering them. And then I remember what is true and what is possible. And I employ all the tools and access my resilience, and I move forward, and I brighten my day and my future for myself and for my family and those that I work with. So there's nothing different about anybody that I work with, in that we all have the same exact innate potential. Sometimes it's just a matter of learning to access it once again. So what I've done for you today is I pulled together some of the best teachings from the course to give you access to hit that reboot button, to get your visioneering and dreaming again, so that your 2020 will be as phenomenal as you say so. So I'm going to teach you as much as I can in the limited time that we have together, and I promise that I'll also show you how you can take it a step further. So let's get down to it. Let's see. I love vision boards. That's what this is all about, these vision boards. So even if you didn't technically create a vision board for the beginning of the year, it's absolutely okay too. So now is the time to let your creativity soar. A vision board is also known as a dream board if you're not familiar. So it's a dream board. Some people call it a treasure map. Some people call it a visual explorer, and even a creativity collage. It's simply like a visual presentation of the things that you want to have, be, or do in your life. But as simple as it may seem, it's also one of the most powerful tools for you creating the life or business that you truly want. The idea behind it is that when you surround yourself with the images of the ideal life you want, or what you want to become, what you want to have, where you want to go, that your life changes to match those images and those desires through the power of visualization. So I think they're also a great way to keep yourself on track for where you are and what you're up to. And especially given this new world that we're looking at in the present moment, it's probably a good idea to reevaluate some or maybe even all of what we thought we were up to in January. I mean, there's no question the world looks drastically different. And the question is, so how do we go about this and do it in the most efficient way? In the past, there's been times where the idea of creating a vision board for me was completely daunting. I would think about things like, where am I going to start and how am I going to find everything? What do I want to do with it? How long is this going to take anyway? And all of those conversations took away from the value and the fun of doing it in the first place. I literally collected photos at one point for probably 2 years that I never put together on a vision board. So first, what I want you to think about is, what kind of vision board do you want to put together? There's something called an I know board, and you might want to write this down. So like I know boards, you can have either a clear idea or even like a solid generalization of what dreams you want to bring into manifestation. So you want to do this board if you're really clear about your desires or your life goals. That's the one that you're going to want to do. You're going to want to change, if you want to change your environment or your surroundings, or if there's a specific thing that you want to manifest in your life, like maybe a new home or starting a new business. That's the board that you're going to want to use. Okay? And then next we have how you want to make this board. With your clear desire in mind, you want to set out looking for the visual reminders that are going to support you in creating this board. They're going to portray your vision. So if you want a house by the water, you're going to look for photos of houses by the water. If you want to start your own business, you're going to find images that capture that idea for you. If you want to learn the guitar, then find a picture of a guitar or somebody playing the guitar. So that's the first board. The next board is called the Open to Possibilities board. And you know that there's potential, although maybe you're just not sure exactly what it is. You're going to do this board if you're not absolutely positively sure of what you want. Maybe you're coming out of a period of depression or grief, or if you have a vision of what you want, but you're uncertain about it in some way. So you know you want to start a career, but you don't know what it is. Maybe you're come out of a relationship and you know you want to have a relationship, but you don't really exactly know what you're looking for. So when you have that lack of clarity, this is what you want to look for. If you know you want change, but you don't know how it's possible, this is another good board, another board that you'd want to be doing that with. The best way to go about making one of these boards is look for images that delight you. Like, don't ask why, just if you're going through a magazine or you're doing this online, just keep looking for pictures. If it's a teddy bear and it makes you smile, then take it out and add it to your pile. If it's a cottage on a misty countryside, snag it. Just have fun. and be as open as you can to whatever calls you. As you look through everything you found, stay open and ask yourself, what might these pictures mean? This is what's really fun about this board, is because they might be telling you something about you. Does it mean you need to take more naps? Does it mean that maybe you want to get a dog or stop hanging out with a particular person? Most likely you will be able to figure out the answer to this. And if nothing comes to you, just still love the image, then put it on your vision board anyway. I believe that it will have an answer for you soon enough. Sometimes the reason doesn't exactly reveal itself for months, but that's why this board can be a powerful guide for you. It's like, I actually like it better than the first one, because sometimes our egos know what we want, and lots of times those desires aren't in alignment with who we really are. So this actually goes deeper than just getting what you want. It can speak to you a little bit about yourself and about what your passion is, maybe even your purpose. Lastly, we have the last board we have is a theme board, and these are attached to maybe a specific event or a thing or a time in your life. So you want to do this board if you're looking for maybe setting up a birthday party or a big event like New Year's, some significant thing that's starting, like a cycle, like even going back to school. This would be a great board for that. If you're working with one particular area of your life, like for instance, work or career, like if there's something to do with that, this is really, really specific about a theme. So the way that you're going to go about making theme boards is, well, the only difference actually between them and the other vision boards is that this one has like clear parameters and intent. It's just a little different in that the others are more of an opening. So before you begin this board, you want to take a moment and hold the intention and the theme in mind. And we'll talk about this a little bit more later. When you choose the pictures, they're going to be in complete alignment with the theme. You could even do the theme vision board on like smaller pages, or maybe even like in a journal. That might work for you. You can use a combination of any of all three of these boards. Sometimes you start with one and it completely turns into something else, like your intuition takes over and it shifts into a whole different mode. We call that creativity. It doesn't matter how you make your board. Once the creativity is there, just roll with it. Have fun. Your own vision board might change as you're making it. You might find that you have little epiphanies from making a dream board that could take you in an entirely different direction altogether. I actually have a great tool too that will help get your creative juices flowing and shine a light on some of the areas that you may want to touch on. It's called the Wheel of Life. And even if you've done this before, go ahead and let's check it out and try it right now. So you've got some paper in front of you and a pen. What I want you to do is draw a big circle freehand, best as you can. And what you're going to do is divide this circle into 8 wedges. So maybe make a crosshatch that way and then do an X like that. And then on the outside of the circle, above each of the wedges, write one of each of the following words. So above one of them, you're going to write recreation, romance, health, living space, spirituality, career, finances, and family. So you're going to consider the center of the circle as 0, and the outside of it is 10. And what you're going to end up doing, and you probably won't have time to do it right now because I want to make sure that we have time to get through this entire presentation. You're going to place a dot, though, within each of those sections that marks how satisfied you are with that particular area of your life. A dot placed towards the center, we're going to consider that 0. So it's like right at the center, the 0 of the circle. We're going to consider that 0. And that indicates dissatisfaction. The 0 is dissatisfaction. While the dot placed on the outside towards the letters, towards the words that you wrote, that indicates a 10, which is happiness. Now, once you've placed a dot within each section, you're going to end up connecting all the dots in your circle of life. Make sure that you got them all together. And then once you do, you can take a look at that, see what you think. Is your circle round? Is it tiny? Is it big and expansive? Is it a little wobbly? Does it look like Pac-Man? This should give you some idea of where you want to focus some of your visionary skills for the remainder of 2020. So next, let's have a little fun with this dreamification process, okay? We're inspiring efficient use of our time. If you give yourself hours upon hours to leisurely thumb through magazines or maybe go on the web and look through photos, it's not really a great use of your time. So how do we become more efficient? I have a 3-step process that's going to get you there. And taking into consideration that you already have your supplies, maybe you're going to use magazines, or maybe you're just going to look on the web. But if you're doing magazines, you'll want scissors and glue and a poster board. Here's what you're going to do. I have a fun 3 words that are rhyming, and I use them because I'll explain it in just a second. They're 3 words, they all rhyme together, and it's meditate, invigorate, and floodgate. And if you notice, they all end in an 8, right? So an 8 is one of my favorite numbers. It's an infinity symbol, but it's upright. And just for a bit of trivia, the infinity symbol that we recognize today was first discovered by an English mathematician. His name was John Wallis, and it was in 1655. It's a concept of mathematics and physics, and it actually means like quantity with no bound or end, a quantity larger than any number. The word actually comes from Latin, it's infinitus, and infinitus means unboundless. So that totally jives when I think of manifesting my dreams, like absolutely unboundedness, unboundless dreams. So that's just a peek into the inner workings of my little manifestation frame. So if we look at meditate, meditate is for your meditation. It's so essential to quieting the mind and those so-called critical critters that can cause runaway thinking. You know, the ones that are like, oh, you can't have that, that's not possible, there's no time for that, you're gonna have to sacrifice everything before you get it, and it probably still won't be worth it. So before you start your vision board, give yourself 5 to 15 minutes to just sit quietly. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself before you start, on New Year's Eve of this year, in reflection of all that has happened this year, what have you created that you are absolutely most proud of? And what's your greatest gift? What are your greatest dreams for 2020? Have that be your meditation, like really just get inspired by what you want to create. Number 2 is invigorate. If you're hungry, get a healthy snack. Nothing too heavy, you don't want to get sleepy while you're doing this. But definitely have either some water or your favorite drink, or maybe even some wine, who knows, whatever you like. Put on some favorite music of yours, your absolutely favorite inspirational music, the stuff that like, it's your theme music. You can feel yourself walking down the street and bopping to. If you have a favorite candle or some essential oils, use them. We want to engage all of your senses. Then think about how to get your body excited. I like to think about how like boxers come into a ring and they're completely jazzed and they're bouncing up and down on their toes, and they're cracking their neck and they're throwing punches and they're flexing their muscles. They're ready to get down to the task at hand and they're excited to do it. I mean, maybe you don't want to go that far, but maybe you do. Whether it is, whatever it is, you're going to get your blood flowing. Set your intention to have fun and find exactly what you're looking for to catalyze and maximize your 2020. Number 3 is open the floodgates. With this renewed zest, you're going to absolutely just dive in. You know what you're up to, every word, every image that strikes your fancy, set it aside. You're going to create an abundance, an entire pile to choose from. Once you have a nice size pile or folder, if it's on the computer, go through it again, and anything that doesn't immediately, like at the snap of a finger, resonate with what you're up to, what your vision is, just remove it. Then you're going to take out whatever is left, and you're going to decide on a layout. So perhaps you'd like to put different topics in different corners. Maybe an important word or words are in the center. Maybe you just do a full-on collage and allow your eyes to flow from one topic to another. Those are usually my favorite. You might even want to decorate it with your own words. This is yours. This is your vision board, your dream board. It's your 2020, and you get to choose it however you want to dream into it. You get to author it and you get to manifest it. So you want to go ahead and have fun with it. Once you've compiled everything the way that you want, it's now time to place it somewhere that you can see it regularly. It's a subconscious reminder, reprogramming those underlying beliefs to the contrary. There's so much wrapped up in what you've done. You've engaged your creativity and your amygdala in your brain. You've connected the conscious and the unconscious through the experience of putting everything together, through designing it just the way you want it. You're vested in it. Put it in a place where you can see it regularly. It's especially good if you can see it when you wake up in the morning and before you go to sleep, and actually anywhere that it can be viewed multiple times a day. Meditation and journaling are also very helpful in further propagating your vision board into your future. Take a look at your creation before you sit down to do either one of those. Remember the fun you had while you were creating it. Remember how terrifically your life is unfolding, and you're bound to be creating your results. So you want to keep it, you want to keep at it and have a great time while you're doing it, however you end up doing it. So it's that simple. I hope you found those tools useful and that you can use them, and that you're excited about tackling your reset and reboot vision dream board for 2020. I did promise you that I can help you take this a step further. And the way I'm going to do that is I actually have a free gift available to you. I have a wonderful free meditation to share with you so that when you do go to sit down and start this process, you have something to get you going right out of the gate. It's called the Woo Wee Abundance Meditation, and that's Woo, W-U, space, Wee, W-E-I. Woo Wee is a Chinese phrase, and it actually means inexertion or effortless action. It's being in the flow. I love it because it has that wahoo, wah-wee, woo-wee kind of sound to it, right? It's a powerful meditation though, and it's going to help you get clear on a visceral level, as well as on an intellectual and emotional level, exactly what abundance feels like and what it doesn't feel like. And it's going to help you hold on to it, the abundance feeling. So it's a perfect way for you to ground yourself for sitting down to work on your vision board. And it's also great even if you aren't working on a vision board. It's there just to give you a reset, a reboot, to invigorate you. So the link should be showing up in the chat off to the side. And honestly, I think you're gonna love it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yay! Woo! Woo-wee! Woo-wee! Thank you for so many amazing ideas. That was awesome. Like, I am excited. Like, I always do the general, vision boards. I do them every quarter, but I love like the thought of making themed ones and the I know board. Like, that was brilliant. Thank you.
Kelly, we need to have like a party and do this together. I love it so much.
That sounds like fun. I'm down.
I have so many notes again. Like, you guys
do like an online vision board party with us and Kelly.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's
if you guys want it, let me know. I will plan it for us. I love it.
Make it happen. Okay, great. And give Kelly some love. Tell her what you love the most about this.
You're amazing, Kelly.
Hi, Rita. Thank you.
Awesome. Bye. So now, last but not least, we always save the best for last. My little hustle, my business partner in crime, Virginie. And she's going to talk to you about future-proofing your life and your business. So you're going to learn in her little mini masterclass tonight how to create this incredible recession-proof, resilient business and brand. So those of you who are on here that know that you've got to pivot your businesses or want to have new ideas on how to take what you do and what you love to do and just recreate it in a new and really fresh way, you are in for a great surprise. So Virginie, I'm going to hand it over to you. If you could share your screen and pull up your beautiful, amazing slideshow.
I will.
And I know we're running a little bit over time, but the best is for last. And then also at the very, very end, we're going to be sharing some extra special gifts and tools. So I'll hand it over to you, Virginie.
So thank you so much for being here. And I know it's super late. I have
We
like
don't see your slideshow if you have it up. We don't
I
see.
will put it all.
Okay.
1 minute.
Okay.
So I got inspired by Kelly about getting your body excited. So I decided I'm gonna put like a 5-second music. So we change our state because it's been a long time. We're here taking notes. So I'm just gonna do a little dance. Let's do a little dance. Woo! Very Latin and Caribbean like me. Get up, dance. Shake your booty, get it excited.
Oh yeah.
Dance, 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 dance. Thank you guys. Yes, we needed that because I know you've been
That was awesome. I needed that.
Taking notes and paying attention. And Kelly just inspired me. I was like, yes, let's give our body pleasure. Let's get excited. And I love dancing. So that will definitely change our state of mind. Now we're like present. We're here. We're dancing. And so now I'm going to share my screen. Now I'm going to share my slides. So the first thing I want to say is that if you've been here for 2 hours, I really have to say that you're obviously committed on change and transformation and making the best out of your life and your business and serving others. And I have to acknowledge you for that. So thank you so much. I have a long presentation that I will have to package in like half of the time. So bear with me if I'm going fast, but believe that I'm here always for you. And if you have any question after this, you're gonna have the recording. You can send me any question that you have, and hopefully you stay with me till the end so I can also send you this amazing gift. We're gonna go deeper for 2 hours about this in, I think, June 20 something, I don't remember, but I'm gonna be sending you the link for you to register. So you're gonna have 2 extra hours where we can go together and go deeper into this. So let's do it. Let's start. So my question for you is, do you feel that you are meant for more? That you know deep inside that you're meant for more, to be doing more, that you're not living yet to your full potential, to your full into your purpose, that you're ready to make a difference, but you don't know how. You may feel like maybe you're not, you're just one person and you cannot make the difference you want to make, or maybe you're just stuck and lacking clarity or motivation. And if so, please tell me in the chat so I have an idea of where you at and what is that you want, okay? So, by the way, you are not alone. There is 900 million people in 142 countries that are not fulfilled. They are not living their purpose. Only in United States, we have 70% of our population, 70%, that's a freaking more than half of the people are not happy with what they're doing. They are not, okay? So you're not alone. If you're feeling like you should be doing more, you want to be doing more, you're not living 100% your purpose, you are not alone. We are all together. There's a lot of people like you and I, well, not anymore, like I was, not living your true purpose. And it's not your fault. It's the way that you were raised, probably to go to school, do as you're told, get good grades, get a great job, so you can provide for your family, and you were never like guided into finding your true essence, your true path, what you're good at, right? So I want to know who here can relate to that. I want to know if you can relate to this feeling of like, you know, there is more for you and you want to be doing more, but you just don't really know how. And, you know, you just come, just confused, just like, what is my path? Is this even my part? I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I just want you to know that I got you. Like, I'm being there, done that for the longest time in my life. I was not living my purpose. And so if you don't know me yet, my name is Virginie, and I help conscious entrepreneurs find their purpose, clarity, package their knowledge, their expertise, and everything they want to, like all those that make you unique, into something, into a personal iconic brand that is ready to make a difference. So in my life, I've been there, done that. Okay, so I had the dream life. I have my vision board life. I always wanted to be traveling the world, doing fashion, doing photo shoots, private planes, gorgeous places. And I found out, like, I was able to work supremely hard to almost die, burn out, and get into my vision board life. But when I got there, I was completely unhappy. I felt like, wait a second, after all this work, after all I have been doing, this is it, right? Is this everything? So I got into that moment where I was ready to just give up. I was like, this is not worth it for me. I just don't want to be doing it anymore. I accomplished this and I'm still completely unhappy. I would wake up every morning crying because I have that pull in me that knew that this is it. This is not what is it. So I leave it forward. I spent probably 6 months into that path. Where can I find my path? How can I find my purpose? What is I'm supposed to do? What is that I'm not happy? And I even felt guilty about not being happy because I had a great life. I had a great family, alive. I was doing everything that I was supposed to be doing. It was just, I was not happy. So eventually I found it. And now I know it sounds completely cliche, but I'm the happiest I ever been in my entire life. I wake up every morning and I can pinch myself because I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I adore everybody I work with. I adore my clients. If they were not my clients, they were my best friends. And I still get to travel the world. I just travel the world with people that I enjoy traveling with. So that's why now is my purpose to help people find their purpose, and not only find their purpose, but package that purpose and make it and get it out there. So if you are ready to discover your purpose and take action, you are in the right place. So today we're gonna go fast forward super fast and try to work on this huge program that I created for you so you can discover the key pillars that you need to focus on in your life and in your business so you can go to the right direction for purpose and success. And we're gonna learn how to create a recession-proof conscious business and personal brand so you can thrive in no matter what is happening. So I hope that sounds okay for you, and I'm gonna keep going. Before I keep moving, Adriana, can you see my slides well? Everything is working properly? Because I have like 1,000 things open, and for some reason, I don't even see my own slides, but I know what I'm doing. So I can go. Okay, perfect. Awesome. So if you guys, I cannot see the chat either. I don't know what's going on. So if you see anybody asking questions, just let me know and I will answer at the end of the day. So let's start with what is a conscious business, because we keep talking about conscious business gonna make you happy. It's all about purpose. So conscious business is just that kind of business that exists with the purpose of supporting what is important to you. I mean, to you. If you want to make a difference, if you want to spend more time with your family, if you want to make more money, whatever is important for you, that's a conscious business is all about, because it starts with you guys. Like if you are not happy, if you're not doing something that you're completely 100% into it, it's not going to work. Not for you and not for others. So that's the base, that's the foundation of a conscious business. Then it's a business that is going to express the unique gift, talents, passions, everything, the essence of you in service of others. I truly believe when we concentrate on getting the best out of us just to serve others, that's when we make the biggest difference, and that's when we feel fulfilled and happy. So it's a business that is also focusing on helping others and supporting others in some way. Because even business 101, right? It's just finding something that a need, a want, and finding who need it and creating that particular product or service that is gonna close that gap. So that's business 101. Who needs something that I can create and sell? But in conscious business, it's more, it goes deeper. It goes about supporting and serving and helping people deeper, okay? So it's a business where you offer your products, your services. It really focuses on the solution, on the pain point of your customers and your clients. So for that, I created something called the 7 pillars of conscious business design. So the ones of you that already know me and been on all our presentations, or probably our clients, know that our business is based on those 7 pillars, as well as our clients. We guide our clients on those 7 pillars. And today, obviously, we cannot go on all of them. So I'm gonna just go super fast, a little bit, so you have an idea. And then we're gonna focus on 4 of them. So we have discover, define, design, develop, differentiate, devise, and deliver. So discover is what we're here for, right? Your peace, your purpose, your passion, and your personal statement. Deep down, that's your big why, the why that makes you cry. And today we're gonna go deeper into that one. Then you have defining. Define who is that person that you want to serve. What is your target market? What is your niche? What is that space in the market that you can go there and own it? So that's where you're defining. And then designing. Designing is all about sitting down and creating a business plan, a business model, creating that business game plan for your business so you can be super focused and don't lose yourself in the midst of like, what is I'm trying to create? And so it could look like something like this, something that we work on. And I always, after every time that, we have any free workshop, I always send this to everybody. So if you want it, just let me know. I will send it to you. Some of you already have it. But this is something that we always work on, is our blueprint to make sure we keep our business in check. And then we have develop, where we go to our offers, our products, the process that we take people from A to B, where they are right now and where they want to be. So at the end is all about making a difference, how you can differentiate yourself and your business. How can you create a brand that is different, that is authentic, that has something unique? So no matter what's going on, people are always gonna be standing by you because you know what you have to offer. They can only get it with you. Here's where you build your tribe. Here's where you build your essence, your personality of your business. And at the end, it's all about your business engine. So when you have all these elements in place, it's like the engine, right? Like I always say, the brand is like the outside of the car, that beautiful, gorgeous outside that people were like, okay, I love it. Is the story, is how looking good, but then you have the business engine, which is like the real engine, how make everything work. And it looks something like this, and it looks complicated, but it's really not. But it's the behind the scene of your business. It's like the engine, that what makes everything really works. And then we have deliver, right? We have everything. We know your purpose, we know who you're working with, we know how you're helping them with, we know your brand, we have our engine, and now it's all about delivery. It's all about getting out there and making sure that you're giving the best, that you're delivering your program, and that you're scaling your business. So I know I went super fast on this because obviously we don't have much time, but today I want to focus on 4 of these pillars. Only 4, because if you can just master these 4 pillars, you already can future-proof your business and create something that is going to be lasting, and that is going to also future-proof yourself, because you're going to be happy with what you're doing. So these 4 pillars are purpose and passion, people, process, and personal branding. So purpose is all about your why. And Jennifer and I always say, this is the why that makes you cry. This is the why that is like, this is why you're doing this. This is why you want to start your business in the first place. This is the why that keep you going, that you want to see a difference, and you want to help people, that you tear out and you cry when you see things happening that you can really fix. This is your purpose. This is your passion. This is your why. And then you have people. People is the who you want to serve. Okay? Who needs your offer? Who needs what you want to offer? Who is your target market? And then you combine that with your process. Process is the what. What do you do? What do you want to package? What do you want to sell? What do you want to talk about? What is your secret formula? That like secret sauce that only you can deliver. And then it's all about branding. The branding is the how. This is the how you're going to stand from the crowd. This is the how you're going to get out there, how you're going to attract your clients, how you're going to, you know, get going. So is this clear so far? Just let me know. And again, Jen, I can't for some reason not see my freaking chat. So if you allow me just anything, just let me know. I'm just want to make sure. So just
Everybody's giving you the thumbs up, baby.
all right, it's good. All right, they're getting it. So it's the why, the how, the what, and the who, the what, and the how. So why do you want to serve? Why do you want to start your business? Who do you want to serve? What do you know? What can you package? And how do you want to do it? If you can get that as a foundation of your business, you are going to be ahead of so many people are there trying to create a business just focusing on a gap in the market, because you are going to be doing everything. You're going to see the gap, you're going to get yourself, you're going to see what people need, you're going to get a hand in the whole market. So you're going to be able to create something that is completely different. And just by you infusing your like personality and essence and the things that you love and your purpose into your business, already is going to make your business completely different out there. So before I move, I'm just going to give an example. So Kelly is sharing something today that we all know, right? But the way she was sharing it today was so freaking different, that even though if it's a vision board and we've been in 1,000 vision board parties, and she's sharing something like CAJ, which is a program that I adore and I do and I share with my team and everybody that I know, the way that she's sharing that program and the way that she was talking about vision board is completely different. It's so Kelly, right? So right now you can see how she was so passionate about what she was sharing, and it already makes such a difference. You already could see how her business could be different, like everybody else selling the same thing, just because she is putting in her personality and the things that she loves to do. So keep that. I just want you to keep that in mind. So like I was saying, the first thing we're going to be working on is the why, right? Your purpose, your passion, what makes you different. And I just want you to know that if you don't know it yet, you're a freaking unique and exceptional individual. You have something to share, you have something to do, you have a role to play that nobody else can. Like we were talking about Kelly. Kelly is the only freaking one that can do the way she did it. Nobody else. Like I can try and it will not be the same, because that's her thing. So you have your own purpose, you have your own ways of being, you have your own passion, you have all these things. So you have a unique contribution, and that is your freaking purpose, guys. So please never feel like, okay, everybody else is doing the same, I'm not gonna do it. Because you need to follow your purpose in order to create a business that is unique to you. And that will bring you happiness, fulfillment, abundance, more than any other single action that you can take. And believe me, I started 6 different businesses and they were successful. Well, probably 2 or 3 of them were not, to tell you the truth. But yeah, 4 of them were very successful. I still felt unfulfilled. That's why I say this business right now that I feel happy and fulfilled is just like I'm not working. It brings me extra happiness and abundance, even more abundance than before, just because I'm in a line with my purpose, what I'm supposed to be doing. So your story, your knowledge, your experience are worth sharing. Okay, you have something unique that people out there are waiting for. They are. So you are here to make a difference. You are here to do something unique that is only for you. You're a piece of a puzzle and we're waiting for you. You can make a difference. And also you can create abundance in your life at the same time. So I want you to keep that in mind because it's super important for you to know that this is your time. Okay. If you're waiting for a sign, this is the sign. This is the moment that you get to decide that, yes, I'm ready for it. Okay. So maybe you're a little bit confused. Okay, Virginia, I get it. I know I need to follow my purpose and my path, and I know I'm unique and all these things, and so tell me, what is my path? What is my passion? How can I find it? Because by the way, you guys, I got a lot of questions from you, and a lot of you are like asking, so how can I find that? How can I find what is that I'm here for? What is my path? What is my true purpose? And first of all, you already so experience Jennifer's share, and that was amazing. So that would be the first step, right? Like you already have an idea if you work through Jennifer's program or piece of our summit, that you have a great idea about your purpose, all right? You're more clear now. Also, when you were hearing Janet and Adriana and Kelly, that probably reinforced that, yes, you know about your personality, you know about your human design, you know about how important is that you're following. So at this point, you know how important this is. But when you're searching about your passions and your purpose, I want you to start by thinking about a simple, what is lighting you up, okay? What is that kind of conversations that you can have over and over and over again? You go to a party and you never stop talking about that, or that it's just you light up. Like I always tell the story about like going with my husband on date nights, and I can never stop talking about business blueprints and how we can scale our business. And sometimes I tell this story when I'm in like smaller groups, and this one, but I'm just gonna share it today, about when we one time went to like a strip club and we're like having so much fun, and I disappear. And my husband found me in the bathroom talking to all the strippers about how they can create signature dances and create their business and differentiate themselves. Like he always like, really? You were gone for an hour? I was like, really? I thought it was just like 10 minutes. I just found some girls in the bathroom and I needed to talk to them. So obviously I was drunk and having fun. And even in those moments, I can stop talking about how you can create a brand, a personal brand, and make something different out of you. And girl, let's do the Conscious Influencer Strippers Academy. Like really is crazy. I just can't stop myself. So normally I just share this with small groups, but I guys, I already love you so much. So I'm sharing that. But that means that's my passion. That's my purpose. That's what I can stop talking about. So I want you to find that for you. And in order to help you find that, I want you to think about that big why, okay? And we're gonna do a little like go through this method, and maybe we don't have that much time today, so you will have to probably go and watch the recording because there are a lot of questions here. But I want to start with your big why. Why do you even want to start this business in the first place? Why is the inspiration behind your ideas? Why do you think your business should exist? And when I think about my why, I think, okay, I feel like my business should exist because there are so many fucking freaking wonderful women out there that are ready to get and share the gift, and they just need a little bit of my support. Maybe branding, maybe strategy, maybe funnels, and I can support them into getting out there and share how great they are. That's my why. That's what I think my business should exist. So I think about that. Why do you think your business should exist? What is the difference that you want to make? What are you passionate about? What do you love? What do you really want? And what is that you're creating that is going to help others? Okay. So you can also think about you as your ideal clients. So remember when I was sharing my story that I was doing all these things, making all this money and unhappy. And then I found my purpose and my life was like amazing. So I was my ideal client. I was that person that was trying and working and doing and doing and doing, but it was not enough. I always wanted more. So think about something that maybe you went through. Okay, something that you were there and now you're here and you want to help people into moving through that process, into getting where you are right now. You want to bring people with you to that discovery, that thing that you find out that is just amazing and you want to share with people. So think about you as your ideal client, but like maybe 2-3 years ago. How were you 5 years ago? And how can you support others into getting where you want to be? Then any challenge you have overcome, anything, any struggle, anything you wish like was there. So when Jennifer and I created the Conscious Influencers Academy, truly what we did was sit down and be like, Jen, how can we create something that we wish existed that save us like freaking years, okay? Because we were going to like branding thing and then doing this and then finding somebody for funnels and then somebody for, so Jen and I decided, let's create something that we wish that existed that can like pretty much squeeze time. And instead of 3-4 years, it will take them 1 year. It will take him 1.5 years, because it took me like 3 or 4 years, and it took Jennifer probably the same or more to get where we are right now. So our you know, when we're building the Conscious Influencers Academy, we're just like, let's try to make something that will help them get there, because we didn't have that support. So think about that. Think about what can you create that you wish existed when you're going through your struggles and your trouble, and how can you support people into the process of getting where you are right now in a fastest way possible. And then also think about certifications and schooling. So some of you have a lot of certifications. You keep going and taking programs and certifications. There is for a reason. Right now, there is no mom and dad telling you you need to go to school. Obviously, if you're doing the certifications or the schooling or these programs, it's because you are passionate about. Or maybe you don't have any right now, and that's fine as well, okay? Either you have too many or you have none. There is no a perfect formula, guys. There is not. By the way, you don't need too many or you don't need none. You just need to show up that you're passionate and help people into this. Also, work experience. What part of your work experience can support you into what you're doing right now? And I always ask this question to all our clients. Can you find out what were you doing every time that you were working? Like maybe you were a bartender, or you were a teacher, or you had a business, whatever it is that you were doing in your life, your whole life, you always kind of tend to go and play this role, right? It could be the role of the organizer or the coach, the supporter, the motivator, the one that always create like, you know, the party. What was your role in all these things that you were always doing? So for me, I was my first business. I built my first business when I was like almost 19. 18, almost going to 19. And it was because I lost my parents and I really wanted to start a business, and I'm being an entrepreneur since. But the role I always play, no matter what, is the coach. I always motivating my employees to start in businesses. And it's crazy because people will be like, really? Like you're training them and then you're like, you're so good, you have to start your business. I can't help myself. I really love people to just go there and be all they can be. So when I was doing this exercise, because I had a coach to help me through these exercises, it's like, what is the role I keep playing in everything I always do? And it's that person that will motivate others to go out there and live their passions, their purpose, their businesses. So think about that as well. And then at the end, it's all about your burning desire, your passion to make a difference. What is the difference that you want to see? Okay. What is that you want to see in the world and that you can make happen? And even though you feel too small right now, you are not. Okay. You can start where you are and start making a difference right now. So let's put it all together. So if you put your certifications, your schooling, your work experience, your life experience, and your passion, just gonna start thinking about all these common threads that you're gonna be finding everywhere, and you're gonna realize, wait a second, I get it. And sometimes it's so clear. Like when I did this, it was just, wait a minute. I love fashion. I love design. I love all these things. I love business. I love creating business. I love motivation. Wait a second. I'm a business designer. Okay. I help people design their businesses. And it was so easy for me to put together, but it took me a while at the beginning to just go over all these things and feel like, okay, this is what I do. This is what I love to do. This is the people I enjoy working with. This is what I always tend to do in every business that I do. This is what I read about. This is what I talk about. This is what my passion is. So when you put it all together, you're gonna realize, okay, so yes, this is my path. This is my passion. And I just want you guys to acknowledge that, because sometimes we get into the overwhelmed, into like, I'm not sure. I want somebody to tell me I'm in the right path. Guys, nobody is going to tell you you're in the right path. You need to feel yourself you're in the right path, okay? You need to know you're in the right path. You need to have that knowingness, and that only comes from the inside. So then it's all about niche. Who is the person you want to help? So once you discover, okay, awesome, I discover I want to help people start businesses and brands and things like that. So who I want to work with. And the key question is who I want to help, what is the problem I want to solve with them, how I want to serve them, and why. So I keep giving an example of my own because it's just the easiest way to do it. And it's like when I discovered mine, it just happened, right? I was in my way of finding my purpose, and I find amazing out of this world coaches. One of them obviously is my bestie, wife, business partner, the love of my life, Jen. She truly like light a light in my life. It's like, this is your freaking purpose. Can you see it? I was like, no, thank you. But I also realized she's just a movie star. She's just the best thing out there after Breath. And how can I even support you to get even more out there? How can I support you to get to more people? And so my niche became people like that, people like Jen, that are really freaking rock stars. They are the best at doing what they do, and they want to be the talent. They are the talent. She is the talent. She is amazing at what she's doing. She's not supposed to be doing funnels and strategies and linking technology in the back end and doing all these things, because that's not what she's supposed to be doing. And I was good at that. So I realized my technical skills, my strategy skills, my branding skills was support of the talent. So that's how I find my niche. My niche was amazing people I love, I want to be around. If they were not my clients, I would be my best friends. And how can I support them to get out there and share the gift? And so sometimes your niche find you, or sometimes you have to find your niche. And for that, you need to find some, you have to go and do your wish list. Who do I feel connect to? Who do I want to spend time with? Who I'm called to serve? Who will be part of your tribe? And if they were not your clients, they will be maybe your friends. Sometimes Jen and I, before we decided into having like a private client, was like, do you think we want to have drinks with her? Yes, she would be awesome having, okay, she's our client. Like that would be our niche. Somebody that we want to spend time with, have drinks, travel, and spend time with. Because with our private clients, we spend so much freaking time with them. We need to love them, okay? So think about all these little things. Maybe your niche are kids or teens, and it's like, Birch, I cannot go out and have drinks with kids. What are you talking about? Okay, but your niche is the parents of those kids, okay? Because those are the ones that are going to be paying you. Those are the ones that are going to be making the decision. So be very clear that in this case, your niche is going to be the teens, the kids, and the parents. So how can you appeal to both of them? And then is this a niche that is going to take you where you want to go? So I want to be location independent. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to see my clients online because sometimes I don't want to be in person. So is this a niche of people that are already used to like spending time online. They won't have trouble for me, like just coaching them online. Like think about all where you want to go and make sure this niche is going to go with you where you want to go in the future. And again, I'm going super fast because we don't have that much time. Like we're super over time, but if you have any questions, just send it to me by email. So how do you find your niche? Or once you have your niche, how do you know and understand your niche better? 1, do research online. 2, interview your ideal clients. And this is key. This is something that we like really ask every client we work with. It's like the number one thing you need to do at the very beginning is interviewing potential clients. Because once you do this interview, you're going to realize what are the needs, what are the wants, what do they really want, and how can you support them into making their dreams and their wants and their needs a reality. So then is the process. And again, we're going very fast this. The process is understanding that you are an expert already. And you're going to be thinking, I'm not an expert. Who's going to pay for what I have to offer? And because that's the biggest question that we get all the time. Guys, you are a freaking expert because you know more about your topic than anybody else. Like Adriana knows more about design, like human design, than I do. She's an expert, okay? Like Janet knows more in our numerology than I do. Like everybody knows more about something that you do. So that means they're an expert on that particular topic. So whatever is that your topic that you have, that you are an expert because you know more than everybody else, probably more than 50% of the population about, that makes you an expert. So even if it's about finding the love of your life, sustainability, getting clarity in your purpose, building a business, rekindle your marriage, because you've been there, done that, or because you read more about that, or because you read 1,000 books about it, you took a course, you know more about me, okay? You know more about the average person. So I can be an expert on business and branding, but I'm not an expert on human design and saving my marriage and cooking raw food and doing like an amazing freaking new 2020 vision board and all these things that I don't know about. So I want you to start owning that you are an expert if you know more about something, so specific topic than anybody else out there. Okay, so start by owning that. So once you own that you are an expert, you understand that if you have any struggle and you go to the other side, if you spend a lot of time researching about something and you go to the other side, if you're able to go from A to B and you can take people from that A to B, you can create a map, a blueprint, then you are a freaking expert, okay? So start calling yourself an expert. And then you can create products and services that are packaged in those areas that you're an expert about. So the way you do that is, I'm gonna show you 5 simple steps because, number 1, define the transformation. So where is your client and when they wanna be? So let's say that you're working with me and the transformation is like, right now you're here, you don't know your purpose, you don't know where you want to be doing. And at the end of working with me, you're very clear about your purpose and you're ready to start your business. So that's the transformation. That's A to B. I took you from not being clear to being clear. Okay. So that's when you define the outcome, you already know people are here, you want to have them here. So what is the process? What is the process that you take people from A to B? Maybe you have clients or maybe you don't. So if you don't have clients, think about you. Like when I was thinking about me, okay, what was the process that took me from being unclear about my purpose to being clear about my purpose? Okay, so my process was Jen. But if you did it by your own, like, okay, first I went deeper into my why and my passions and what I love to talk about and this. So you can create a system, a process that is very unique to you, okay? Then you divide that process in steps. So I always talk about going from Miami to Orlando. So Miami is where you are, Orlando is the destination. How can you create a map so people can follow that map and go to Orlando the easiest, best possible way? So you can divide that by steps. Okay, first you stop in Fort Lauderdale and you have a drink, and then you go to West Palm and you do this. So you have to make sure that you divide the process in steps to make it easy for people to get where they want to be, because they feel like they're making progress. Oh, great, I'm in West Palm and halfway there. I'm now here. So it's just the step by step. So that is what is going to be your secret formula. We always talk about having these amazing, like if you're building this, it's like you have a cake and you have all these ingredients and you want to create something completely different and special. That will be also your ingredients. What are your ingredients to create something at the end that is going to be unique to you? So there are many, many ways that you can share your expertise. Online courses, videos, speaking, webinars, group coaching, retreats. I mean, the sky is the limit. You can do consulting, you can create programs, packages, services, online programs, and products. There's a lot of things that you can do once you decide that you wanna package your expertise. Then is branding. So branding, I feel, is the single most important investment you can do in your business, because it's what's going to make the difference, right? So you have the business engine, which is the inside of your business, and then you have the branding, which is the outside. And so branding is going to help you stand out of the crowd, make sure that you have a recession-proof business and income, especially if you're a personal brand, because you can pivot. Okay, I can be selling you this thing right now and this thing tomorrow. You, at the end, I'm a personal brand. You guys trust me. You love me. You know when I'm putting something out there, it's because I care for you. So I can be selling you this or that. It doesn't matter. So that's the difference about creating a personal brand, because you create an emotional relationship with your customer. Also, because you're going to be attracting your ideal customer to you. And the best part is that you get your message, your story, what you want to teach others out there in a powerful way. So part of your branding is obviously the logo, the slogan, all these beautiful things, but that's no branding. That's part of your branding. Brand is, besides the articulation, the visual articulation, is all about the meaning, the value, it's the personality of your business. It's kind of like the promise that you make people out there. So when people see you, what is that they feel about you? Okay, so if they see, let's say, Janet, what is the promise that Janet is bringing to the table? She is a sage, right? She has so much knowledge. She's so wise. She's so much. So that's her brand. That's the way that she's conveying who she is. That's her personal brand. So you have to start thinking about that. What is your personal brand? So part of that is aesthetics, like we all know, logos, colors, beautiful pictures, patterns, and stuff. But one of that is being a thought leader. And how do you become a thought leader and not a salesperson is by getting out there and sharing your knowledge, your expertise, just giving it all, supporting people all the time so they know that you have more to offer. You become the expert. You create credibility, visibility by getting out there. So I did this as fast as I could. And I just want to say that please go back and watch the recording just in case you miss a part, especially when I was at, like, I'll have all these questions, because I will want you to take some time to go deeper and answer all these questions so you can help yourself and finding that big thing that is going to make the difference. Like, what is your thing? What is it you're good at? What is it your purpose and path? And I feel right now is your time to create magic. Like, and my feeling is like, you all your life you were preparing for this moment where you are the only one that can help, empower, support. You know, you can inspire people the way that you do because it's you, and all the experiences in your life were building up to this. So this is your time. If you're waiting for permission, I give you permission. Start getting out there, and is magic time. So in order to support you, what I'm going to be doing is like my freebie, everybody's sharing a freebie, is a fast 20-minute business and branding audit. Okay, I'm going to be putting in the chat. I don't know if I can do it because for some reason I cannot see the chat.
I did it for you.
Okay, awesome. So it's going to be very fast. I'm going to send you a questionnaire. You have to send me your website, whatever it is that you want me to look at. And I'm going to go over and be like, yes, this is good. This is blah, blah, blah. Move on. So it's going to be very fast, but it's my way of supporting you on getting out there and feeling that confidence that you are in the right path and that you're following your purpose and that people really need what you have to offer. Okay. And I'm tired. Like, I'm actually super ignited. I could talk for another hour.
The good news is that the gift for everybody that is still standing and here with us is to do a 2-hour masterclass with Virginia where she can go slow, she can take her time, and she can really answer each and every one of your questions. And so we're going to be sending the recording. We're going to be sending everybody's gifts. For those of you that are on here tonight, make sure you click this last link because that's not going to be in the recording. It's just for the people who are here tonight that stayed until the end as a gift for all of you, the 2-hour masterclass bootcamp on recession proofing your life and your business with Virginia. And that's going to be later in June. So tomorrow night, we have an exciting lineup, more conscious influencers, and we're going to be talking about your home and how to revive your home and also about your health and wellness. And we have an incredible lineup for you tomorrow night. So join us again, and there will be another special gift for all of you that are here live tomorrow night. And that will be a 2-hour masterclass with me on how to shift your money mindset. You know, I started my business in 2008 when there was a recession. And the reason why I was able to grow exponentially and actually have a 6-figure year in 2008 is because of the way that I was reframing what was happening. So I'm going to be sharing all those tools with you of how, you know, during COVID in 2008, I was able to not really move into that fear and that scarcity mindset, and I was able to stay grounded and balanced. So please join us tomorrow night. We'll be back here, same bat time, same bat channel. And if you can just give us some feedback, not only on Virginia, but how was tonight for you? Share a highlight, you know, what was the most meaningful tip or tool or this entire summit? How did this help you or serve you? We want to know. We love feedback, and you can just put that in the chat. And I just want to thank Kelly and Adriana and Janet, and of course, my hustle to my grace, Virginia. I love you so much. This is
so are you.
And thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you all, guys. Like, really, I'm very proud of all of you. I'm very proud of everybody that stayed until 10 because we start at 7:30. That says a lot about you. And guys, because of that, we want to give you everything we freaking have. That comes from my heart, and I know from them. We're going to support you, help you. We're here where you try, where you friends, where you people. We're going to hold your hand. We're going to take you there. You have our support. Please use it, okay? We acknowledge you because you're here right now, and we truly adore you. You have no idea how much these girls talk about how much they wanted to serve you today. We spent hours thinking about you, dreaming about you, praying for you, sending you life and love. And if you're here right now, feel it. Feel how much love and support we have for you, and just claim it because you have it, okay? You don't need to start looking for anything else. We have you, we got you, and I don't know what else to say because it makes me want to cry again.
I'm going to unmute the rest of the presenters, and thank you all. If you want to just send love, kisses, whatever. Thank you.
So much love. Thank you, everyone, for your beautiful hearts, your beautiful minds, everything. We love you. We support you. And may you always be blessed. You know.
Amen, my love.
Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for joining us. And we wish you the best and hope to see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Tune in.
Thanks, everybody. Get to that visioneering. Have a great night.
Awesome. Everybody, thank you.
Bye. Bye.